Hello everyone, my name is Tahukan. Detective Pikachu is like a fancy restaurant with only one flaw. The restaurant is really nice looking, the staff are kind, the atmosphere is excellent. And then they bring the menu to you and they say you can get water to drink and your choice of pasta and butter or olive oil. I think that's an excellent way to describe Detective Pikachu. It's a lot of flash, but no real substance. The flaws in Detective Pikachu, though some are bigger than others, generally come down to being ridiculously average. You'll hear this from a lot of movie critics and YouTubers, and it's true, the worst thing a movie can do is bore you. You always want to be interested, and you are with Detective Pikachu, but not in the story, you're into the visuals. Before we go forward with this, let me do some damage control real quick. If you're a Pokemon fan, this video is referring to the average moviegoer. I saw this as a fan of Pokemon and with a friend who isn't as much of one. So, when I say certain things were bland and not gripping, what I mean is that it was okay for me personally, but not so much my friend, and I can recognize it wouldn't satisfy someone who isn't a Pokemon fan as much as someone who is, like me. Now, let's talk about those visuals. Detective Pikachu is surprisingly one of the most CGI-heavy and beautiful films I've seen all year, probably only surpassed by Alita Battle Angel in terms of CGI. As it is in the animated Pokemon movies, Pokemon are everywhere. The city the movies take place in, Rhyme City in particular, is a safe haven where Pokemon are allowed to live freely and not just in the wild. So we see a lot of normal streets littered with fantastical creatures. Neon lights illuminating humans and Pokemon alike working together, and it rarely looks fake across hundreds of different materials that the Pokemon use for their bodies, textures, whatever you want to call it. Matter of fact, I believe I counted only 5 times it did not look real, and all of them were when a Pokemon was being held, carried, or picked up by a human being, and it seemed visually off because you don't see them holding actual weight. Another thing worth acknowledging, Detective Pikachu has some great shots too, a lot actually. There are more generic ones of course, but Detective Pikachu makes great use of its environment to create some stunning visuals that weren't even alluded to in the trailer. To be honest, it reminds me of Constantine in that sense. A movie that's pretty batshit off the rails, but looks beautiful in nearly every single shot. The cast of Detective Pikachu stars Justice Smith, Ryan Reynolds, and, I guess, Catherine Newton. Of course, she doesn't really have that much more screen time than the other 15 or so characters throughout this movie. Justice Smith was a good protagonist, and Ryan Reynolds was, well, Ryan Reynolds. That's all I have to say on the cast. Now, the problem with Detective Pikachu. The story is about as complex as learning how to turn a light on with a light switch. That is to say, it isn't complex unless you're fucking blind. At about the 15 to 20 minute mark, I can almost guarantee you whatever you're thinking it's gonna be, you're almost certainly right. That is almost certainly where the movie's going unless you have some sort of batshit fucking crazy idea. The plot is so simple, I honestly can't actually say that much or I'll reveal it all. Now, obviously, the movie is rated PG and the intended audience is kids, so it's gonna be written to be easily understandable. That's fine, but there's a reason kids' movies rarely get critical acclaim outside of the CG used in them. That being said, it doesn't really feel like a kids' movie, it just lacks all the complexities one would expect from a normal plot. One thing though, the dialogue can be very cringeworthy at times because they're trying to replicate the overbearing dialogue of the video games themselves. I don't really know if that makes it okay to do since there's a point, or just something for the fans. In any case, it doesn't make it any better, I'll tell you that. I just want to be clear, I don't have a lot to say about Detective Pikachu just for the sole fact that it is very vapid. And it's a beautiful film, and it's fun, but it's very, very vapid, and there's just not much to comment on. I mean, if you were gonna see it, you're probably still gonna see it no matter what I say here, which is probably the biggest thing about this, is you're either gonna see it in theaters or you're gonna see it on digital, and that's, I'm guessing, the real reason most of you are watching this, outside of just liking to hear movie reviews. I don't know if any of you actually like to do that, that's why I watch these. Overall, in conclusion, Detective Pikachu boasts a competent cast and phenomenal visuals, but unfortunately gets shot down by an incredibly generic and predictable plot. As someone who did grow up with Pokemon cards and 25 attempts at playing Pokemon Silver on my Game Boy, I enjoyed seeing all these creatures brought to life, but I don't think all the visuals would be enough for me to sit through it a second time, even if it's only an hour and a half minus the credits. I give Detective Pikachu a 5. It uses excellent shots and CG to deliver the most generic food possible. I had a lot of fun watching it, though, and if you're a big Pokemon fan, you'll probably love it, because it does do justice to the games. If you don't really know much about Pokemon, and you don't like seeing movies for cute things, you're probably gonna want to avoid this. If you saw Detective Pikachu, let me know in the comments what you thought of it. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Apologies for this video being shorter than usual, but don't worry. worry, I'll be doing my John Wick review next week, and I might even review the other two if I have time leading up to it. If you guys are interested in that, let me know in the comments, and I'll try to get it done. As you all know, I'm normally shit with time, so I might not be able to, but let me know nevertheless. So, thank you everybody for watching. You know the drill. Like, subscribe, as I said, comment. Follow me on Twitch for daily streams, and if you're interested in joining the conversation more in-depth, you can join my Discord server. Fair warning, it'll be down Friday night to Saturday afternoon for maintenance. So if you're watching this right now, there's a high likelihood I've already shut it down for maintenance. And if you'd like to support me in my further endeavors to deliver excellent reviews like this one, you can check out my glorious merch store, which has very comfortable and very neat designs, or my Patreon directly. The link for all of that is in the description. And, as always, I'll see you in the next video. Huge thank you to Patreon supporters Anonymous and Math Porter. I truly appreciate it.